something that I wanted to take a look at today was there was a bunch of new cards that were being published over the last couple of days that I haven't taken a look yet at all. So yeah, I'm excited to see. Most of this should be Rise of the Abyss or whatever it's called. So let's take a look at some of these. And this is something that is potentially scary, which is new 6 samurai cards. Now, there are archetypes out there where I just think to myself, if these ever get support, that could be dangerous because some of these old cards are really, really broken. And one of those is 6 Samurai. Like 6 Samurai has a lot of old cards that have aged really, really well or poorly, depending on how you look at it. Because like they've got some pretty strong stuff. So with the right support, I could definitely see 6 Samurai becoming a meta threat again, but we'll see. We have Anarchist Monk of the 6 Samurai, level 3 Dark Warrior Tuner effect monster, 500 attack, 0 defense. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second and third effect once per turn. If you control a 6 Samurai, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, good. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a 6 Samurai quick play spell from your deck to your hand. 6 Samurai monsters synchro summoned using this card as material gains this effect. The levels of all monsters your opponent currently controls are reduced by 1. Okay, we're starting off pretty solid, I think. Like, we've got a free extender from hand that is a tuner that also lets you grab a quick play spell when it's sent to the graveyard. I don't remember how good... I mean, what is the best 6 Samurai quick play spell? Maybe we're getting more. The third effect is like relevant in some matchups, like oddly enough. Like this can be a really annoying... This can be a real... This can turn your synchros into real annoying floodgates, right? When you... Against certain decks. Everything that's Exceed related, basically, right? No. Can you reduce a monster's level to 0? Does that work? I actually don't know. Or is like the minimum 1? No. Okay. So it doesn't counter, for example, Snake Eye Divine Temple, right? Like they are still level 1. They still gain the boost. We have Instructor of the 6 Samurai, which is another tuner, level 2. The first effect once per turn, second and third also once per turn. If you control the 6 Samurai, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a 6 strike card from your deck to your hand. Okay, I don't know what a 6 strike card is. Do those already exist or is that new? A 6 Samurai monster synchro summoned using this card gains this effect. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500. Okay, so that's on average. On average, I think that is actually a better effect than the first one. Like this one. Because this does something in like every game, right? In every game, this makes your monsters a little bit harder to run over. But the first one has a much higher potential to floodgate certain decks. Like basically, this one is gonna... Some decks will not care about this at all. And other decks will be completely obliterated by it. This one matters a little bit against everything, right? So... and then we have a new version of Legendary 6 Samurai Shien, which is called Legendary Klesha 6 Samurai Shien. I don't know what that means. It's a level 6 Dark Warrior Synchro. The old one was a level 5. One Warrior Tuner and a non-tuner 6 Samurai monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add a 6 Samurai monster or Shien effect monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. If this card on the field will be destroyed, this card is busted. This card's completely insane. Is it not? This card's completely crazy. This is a level 6 synchro that adds another 6 Samurai on summon, and it stops Nibiru. And it's like it's a monster negate in general. Like this card is broken. It's not even hard once per turn. That's true. The second effect is not hard once per turn. So if you can make multiples, you have multiple monster negates. Archetype lock? I mean, yeah, that... Oh, look, if this was... yeah. Thank God it needs a non-tuner 6 samurai, because that would have been a problem. But this card is still really, really strong. This card is very, very powerful. We have a new version of Inishi, which wasn't even a synchro to begin with. That was just an effect monster, but okay. These look kind of cool. I'll give them that. I was never a big fan of 6 Samurai in terms of their playstyle, but they look pretty dope. Level 6 Light Warrior Synchro. This one is generic. You can only use the first and third effect once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can banish any number of 6 samurais from your graveyard, then target that many monsters your opponent controls, return them to the hand. Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack during the battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one of your banished 6 samurai monsters. Okay, this one is a lot weaker than the first one. To the point where I would think that if you were playing a 6 samurai deck, this isn't even an auto include. Like, you can play it like as an option for going second. It's okay if you have the room in the extra deck. You probably would play one for going second, right? But it's not like completely crazy. This one's fine. This one seems fine to me. Right? You just make it into a board going second, banish some 6 samurais from your graveyard, and then later on when it goes into the grave, you get to summon one of those back. This one's okay. And then we have a 6 strike double assault. Oh, this is searchable by the other monster. You can only use one of the first and second effect once per turn, and only once that turn. Apply one of these effects, or if you control 2 or more 6 samurais, you can apply both. Special summon a 6 samurai from hand or grave with 2,000 or less attack. Change a monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or less attack to face down defensive position. Okay. This one's cool. Like a situational Book of Moon, because you can only book 2,000 or less attack, but you also get to revive a 6 samurai. And it also gets you follow-up, because you can banish it from the grave and then target a 6 samurai in your grave, add it to your hand. You can't use both in the same turn. But this seems like a very good target for this guy, right? Because it's if you want the extender, you can use it on your own turn. If you don't need the extender, you can just set it. You can use it on your opponent's turn to book their thing and revive one of your things from the graveyard. This seems like a good card. This seems like a good card. I don't think it's good enough to be played as like a 3-of or anything like that, but 1 or 2 I can definitely see. Dude, this is not many cards. It's only 5, but these are really, really strong. I don't know if this makes 6 samurai a meta archetype alone, but some of the old 6 samurai cards are already really good, like Gateway, Kizan. Some of the legendary 6 samurais in general are pretty strong, I feel like. Even 6 Samurai United is probably like a playable card still, if you have enough 6 samurais in your deck. Gateway alone is probably in the Link monster can even... They gave them a Link monster that searches Gateway, right? Which is a crazy thing to do. Look at Kizaru's price. Oh, I'm scared. I am scared whenever you tell me that. Yeah. If I was trying to pick up one from Germany right now, over 10 bucks. Yeah, that's crazy. When this card is special summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand a 6 samurai monster with a different I didn't even know that card. It's also pretty good. Yeah. Okay, we're kicking off strong today with the new cards, because those are potentially really, really powerful. And honestly, if I dare say it, I'm sorry if you're a 6 samurai fan, but I'm not a fan of the design on these. I am not a fan of specifically the synchro. I don't have an issue with the other stuff, but this guy I don't like. I don't like combo potential, negating hand traps, and then being a negation on your opponent's turn as well. Like, he's just Shishao. No, he's way better than Shishao because he negates hand traps. Like, this card is broken. This card is better than Shishao by a long shot. Like, this is Shishao on crack. The rest is fine. The rest is good cards, but nothing problematic or anything. This one I'm scared of. I don't like this one.